Greetings, people. It's Jared here, Wolfgang One, back to do another Transformers review. Continuing with my taking a short break from actually recording reviews and having stumbled across old ones I never put up. We're going to be getting straight on into the review for Reveal the Shield Jazz.
It's the generation's sort of next evolution sort of thing. So this is Reveal the Shield, and the Reveal the Shield thing is the rub sign on the vehicle. It's a pile of wank. We all know it's a pile of wank. But yeah, this is the toy. I picked this up in Sainsbury's for £10. Brilliant, very happy with that. I was kind of hoping I might be able to get them from Toys R Us or maybe Forbidden Planet or somewhere like that. No sign of them in major toy stores or anything like that. But in a supermarket, no problem. Go figure. Yeah, here's Reveal the Shield Jazz. I'm going to be disposing of the package for this one because obviously I haven't got the room for him. He's not really a lot you can say. Again, picture on the back of the toy itself. It always amazes me how the back pictures always end up looking a little bit different to the finished product. Either through photoshopping or light or whatever, it's just never really quite what you get, but you know, there we are. So there it is in this box. There's not really a lot I can say about it at all. We might as well just get straight on and show the figure itself. Okay, here is Reveal the Shield Jazz. Now the original 1980s Generation 1 Jazz was a sort of sporty Porsche 911 turbo fucking loader bollocks thing. And obviously this isn't a Porsche of any description, well, not that I can see anyway. Nondescript car, but they had kept certain things similar to the G1, as this is the evolution of the Classics line. There is obviously the number 4 on the doors, the red and blue paint stripes, so it's supposed to be recognisable of who it is, and even the red along the bumper is also reminiscent of that. The downsides to this vehicle is, to this toy, the plastic looks almost see-through in some areas. You know, maybe that's just a small gripe on my part, I don't know. That and the fact that, you know, in terms of paint apps, you've got quite a few paint apps on the front of the car, so that's the stripes and everything like that. But there's no paint apps on the back of the vehicle at all. They didn't even paint silver the back windows underneath the spoiler, and there's nothing on the back of the car for the lights or anything like that. I am thinking of maybe painting those in myself, you know, just to flesh it out a little bit, otherwise it's all block white at the back. Most of Jazz is on the underside of the car. You can see is where certain things are going to go. You know, there's not really a lot we can do about that either. My one biggest gripe with this figure is the fact that it's got 2 left hands. When I got it out of the packaging, I was like, oh, there's Special Ops Jazz, let's transform him. I transformed him, and I thought I'd done something wrong. It turns out I haven't. Quality control was out to lunch when they did this particular version of this toy, and this one slipped through with 2 left hands, which is just weird. So if anybody gets one where they've got 2 right hands, get in touch with me and we can do a trade. So yeah, Jazz, a nondescript car. He's not any car that I'm familiar with. It's just one they've made up. The primary weapon is located underneath the bonnet. I'm just going to take that out for the time being. Sort of fold it up. It's got hair on it. That's weird. So that's the weapon. If we can fold it out, and there we are. That's his gun, which is a little bit reminiscent of the one that the Pretender shell, the 1980s Pretender version of Jazz uses, and a little bit reminiscent of his original G1 ones, mostly because of this like sort of rounded section at the back. So there is continuity there as well, which is interesting. But that's his gun. Forms sort of a small engine block thing, but yeah, essentially that's his gun, just there, which is fine. So yeah, this is Jazz. Not a lot else we can say about the car mode. Let's think about taking it straight to robot mode. I mean, it's alright for what it is. I wouldn't say it's anything special. I mean, getting one in hand, really, when you looked at the original pictures of it, it's like, oh, that looks really interesting. There is something a little bit underwhelming about the alt mode when you finally do get it in hand, but you know, what can we do? The interesting thing is though, if you pop open the doors, just like that, a throwback to Generation 1 cartoon is here, in the sense that he's got these little speakers. If I can get it done right, that's it, yeah, these are on a clip. Comes with these little speakers that pop out the doors, that's an interesting little touch. I do like that. I tend not to fuck around with those too often though. Get those back in, or not. This is always the problem with these that I always have, is I can't get the fucking doors back in. On this one particular toy anyway, I always have a bit of an issue with it. There we are. So yeah, that's Jazz in his alt mode. Let's take into robot mode. Start by opening up the doors again. Bringing down the back of the cast. There is a similarity there in the transformation for the original. Split apart the legs, so that forms the legs. And then we've got to mess around with pushing in the back. Hang on, flip out the feet. Just like this. And then this back panel here folds in on both sides, or does it? There we are. Spoiler even moves, and clips nicely into place. That's nice. And then lifting up this grey tab here, that'll bring the leg into place. At least I think it does. Anyway, yeah. Look at the back of the thing, yep. So you do that on both sides of those grey panels on the inside of the legs. Yep. And then fold out those grey tabs for the feet. Now, once again, Jazz, much the same as quite a lot of other contemporary figures, suffers from this grey plastic thing which doesn't look too good, but there's not a lot we can do about that for the time being, unless I paint it silver. That's pretty much all I can say on that. So yeah, that's the bottom of Jazz done. Then we want to extend the arms, just like that, and when you extend the arms, the 4 on the bonnet cracks in half and flips under, and then up comes the head. That's a really, really cool little touch. And then snap the entire thing, position the arms, get the hands the right way around, and then you should hear a click. Bring up the that thing there. You should hear a click, or not. Fucking hell. There we are. And then all you've got to do is just straighten parts up and position things where you want them to go. There we are. That goes on that side. And that's about as good as I'm going to be able to get him, sadly. That's it. That's Generations, reveal the shield Jazz. And as you can see, I've got the arms exactly where they should be, but his hands are the same, which is annoying. So I've got to keep that hand upside down to actually make it look like the thumb points the right way. Weapon in the hand. A very poseable figure, actually, I've got to say. If I can just bring that up and then clip that into place. This is supposed to clip in, or you're supposed to hear something clip in. Fuck it. What does it matter? It's actually quite a nice little bot mode, believe it or not. He is a fully posable, articulation in all the places you'd expect to find articulation on a modern toy. Again, he's got his little speakers, you can put those in robot mode. I'm not going to bother doing that because that does get a little bit annoying, at least as far as I'm concerned. yeah, there is revealed the shield Jazz. Now his shield is on his back, just there. Cost me £10, £9.99. And yeah, the level of detail on him is really, really nice, especially the head sculpt. Very, very well done. Light piping is prominent as well. Get a set light behind his head and the eyes glow blue. And I do actually like light piping. I think that's a really nice little touch that they put on quite a lot of figures these days. He looks the business. He really does. Quite happy with him. I'm actually quite happy with him. I was expecting something a little bit more out of the alt mode. I find the alt mode a little bit squashed up and not quite Jazz-like. The only reason I can you can pass it off as Jazz is because of the paint apps on the stripes and things like that. But the robot mode is certainly more Jazz than the alt mode. But then again, it's a contemporary version, Simon. You've got to look at how they would update certain things. The head is fully posable. Arms, as I said, legs do everything they need to do. Oh, okay. Yeah, very, very worthy addition to the classics stroke generations line. No harm in picking him up whatsoever. So thank you very much for watching this review, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gerard Galpenberry, also known as Wolfgang1, saying I'll be back at some point soon with another review. I'm going to do my last review, and then I'm going to concentrate on other videos. Until next time, people, look after yourselves. Take care.
To go.